You saw the previous video, I was kind of complaining about this lack of satisfaction or kind of pervading dissatisfaction I was experiencing. And I'd like to thank Russell for continuing to comment on videos. And he provided some feedback that really helped me unpack this. And I was thinking about this on a walk the other day. I think the dissatisfaction, and I also discussed this with some other folks. Sorry if this is rough, it's still a little early. Discussed this with some other folks that, the lack of satisfaction I'm seeing as I dig through this, I think is coming from the fact that I'm not working directly with people who I am trying to help as much as I used to. I used to work directly with startup founders as a mentor, advisor. That was day in and day out. I worked alongside them in a shared space, was always available, was always kind of checking in with them, and I could demonstrably and tangibly feel the effects of that work. And, what both positive and negative, I was having some direct, tangible effect on those people and their lives and what they were working on. And it felt like I was making a meaningful contribution. And I think what's happened recently, and this has been a decision I made, and it's been intentional that this has happened, but I think I need to continue to think through it, is I've decided to kind of move beyond kind of direct support of founders to more of doing work to enable others to work with founders. And by moving to, or entrepreneurs, or whatever you want to use to categorize that group of people. But I think what's happened is as I've moved further away, as I've been can become arm's length from these founders, it's harder to understand my direct impact on those folks, and it doesn't feel as real. Now, the plus side is it's far more scalable. So when I was running a program where I was working directly with founders, feasibly, realistically, I could only support 10 to 12 entrepreneurs or companies at any given time effectively. Like, I had the opportunity to work with much larger groups, but I had to figure out ways to have that impact scale. But what I've discovered is that, in the times I was working with those smaller, more tightly knit groups, I was having more significant impact on those entrepreneurs and their trajectory. And so, the nice thing about moving a step away and working to enable other people or other organizations who are working with founders is that I'm able to do it at a greater scale, because I'm working with the people who then are working with tens or hundreds of other people. And so the benefit of scale means that impact is affecting far more people than I would be able to do on my own as an individual contributor, but it's not as obvious, not as tangible, and not as real to me because it's at arm's length. And that's something I think I have to sit with and figure out some new ways that I'm judging myself and judging my activity, so that I can start to have those insights or clues or metrics that help drive satisfaction in my work in a different way. And that really hadn't dawned on me, but I think that's what's at the crux of this issue. So I wanted to thank Russell specifically for commenting and kind of starting to unlock some of that stuff, and the other folks who took the opportunity to chat with me. That was super helpful. I'll keep working to unpack this and dig into it, but that felt like a moment of insight that was helpful and has kind of helped me dig my way out of this funk. So I wanted to capture that sometimes, all it takes is giving yourself the opportunity to kind of think through it and figure out what's going on and where it's coming from. And I was glad I was able to give myself the time to do that. Okay. Talk to you soon.